What's happening, everybody? What is going on? Today is the 20th, February 20th, 2025. And yeah, it's been a minute since we've been live on here. Stoked. I'm going to tell you this. We're talking with one of my favorite people today. And I would say that if I wasn't on in front of all you guys. What's up, everybody? Hey, tell me where you're watching from down in the comments, if you would. What's the problem today? Hey, no problems today. We got David Lenoard. I mean, I call him DL. He sort of gave me permission to do that, but I call him DL. We got Canada, Danny from Canada. Where's everybody else from? Hey. Fort Worth, Texas. Philly. Go Birds, man. It's a Philly thing. Congrats. India. Wow. It's always amazing to me. Lincoln, Nebraska. Man, you guys put the whooping on the Indiana Hoosiers. That is not nice. Silicon Valley, California. India. Jacksonville, Florida. North Carolina. Love it. Love it. New York. All right. Harrisburg, PA. I've been to Harrisburg. The rural desert of Oregon. Wow. All right. David Lenoard is so awesome. Sweet, humble, and incredibly. Yeah, absolutely. And hat game. Expert level hat game. We have been really honored to have him on the podcast a couple of times. And yeah, one of my favorites. Super authentic and music, man. Get out of town. It is so good. Looky here. Our favorite Canadian, Luke Anderson, has joined us from the Chronicles of Sarnia. Excellent. This is going to be a really good time. So let me see. I'm going to bring David in here because you don't keep David Lenoard. So glad you guys are joining today. It's going to be a good time, going to be a good conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only. And look at that hat. Oh my gosh.
Doesn't even fit in the screen. It's so big.
I can't. Oh, wait, I got to turn my volume up. Say it again.
It doesn't even fit in the screen. My hat's too big.
I love it so much, man. Nobody wears hats like you.
We have imitators, but never replicators.
Never replicators. How you doing, man? How's 2025 for you so far?
Man, it's not bad. I was like, let's go ahead and go. We're just going to go deep right now. I was like, I could give a surface level answer right here and just totally, or I could totally just dive in. I feel like it's an open-handed year.
Come on.
That's kind of what I feel. I'm like, coming into the year, I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going on. But I feel very open-handed.
Yeah.
And excited for what the Lord's like allowing me to be a part of and do. And so yeah, I'm trying to get back to having fun.
I love it. I love it.
I often overlooked.
Yeah.
Having fun doing what you're doing. So,
man, anytime I talk about you, anytime I can talk about you. And so the story I always tell about you is we were in Nashville and the folks at I think Word Records were kind enough. They gave us a room for the day, and we reached out to some friends of the podcast to say, hey, can you come down and we'll do it on video? And you were kind enough to do that. And then after the interview, you were like, yeah, I'm getting on a bus in like 2 hours to leave for tour or something. And I'm like, wait a second, you're leaving today, but you took the time to come and talk to us. And I still can't believe you did that. But that says a lot about who you are. So I'm still really, really grateful for that.
Well, I mean, I'm thankful for the opportunities. I'm thankful for what you guys do. I mean, I've texted you, I've sent
Yeah,
you messages off of all this stuff, but I'm very grateful for what you do. I think, you know, I've served in churches. I've just been a worship leader. I've done all the things, and I know what it means to have a place that you can go where you're going to find real content and real things that
mm,
uplift the church and uplift leaders and point them in beautiful directions. And
yeah.
so I'm grateful to be a part of what you guys are doing
Well,
whenever I can. You know?
well, that means the world, man. That means okay. So tomorrow, the 21st of February, new David Leonard record called "Just Jesus" is coming out
Yeah.
tomorrow. What can you tell us about the new record?
I have no idea. I've never heard it. I'm just as excited as everybody else is. Uh, no, it's been a long time coming. I've been working on this record for the last couple of years, and it's filled with beautiful prayers and um, the things that the Lord's brought me through over the last couple of years. Lost a couple grandparents,
Mm,
three or four grandparents over the last couple of years, and just loss and the even the stuff with my daughter a year or so ago.
yeah,
Just
yeah,
you know, you you tend to draw
yeah.
closer when you're walking through hard stuff, and so these songs are a direct reflection of that. And got to write some beautiful songs with some churches, um, and I feel honored to get to carry them.
Mm, mm, mm.
Just Jesus got to write with Seacoast down there in Charleston, and um, man, it's just beautiful what God's doing down there, and so to get to carry this song and it's pretty special. And, I don't know. There's just some really beautiful moments that I hope people are able to kind of find themselves in it. And
Man, I'm so
where
glad.
that's where I go. I mean, you have to write songs for yourself. You have to write songs for what you're walking through and what you know and what God's doing in your life. And I have. It has often been difficult for me to do songs that I did not know anything about, or uh, just doing songs. I can't just do songs.
Mm,
So these songs are I have lived, breathed, bled, uh, and so it's a it is a like birthing a kid.
mm.
This is a very precious child to me.
Amen. Well, and to have come out of what you've walked through over the last year or so, I know that oftentimes God stirs something really unique in us when we've gone through a season of loss or some kind of a hardship or trial, a tough season. And so, man, I know I've been rocking this in our house, and I can't wait to hear uh, the rest of it tomorrow. And I know that title track, "Just Jesus," I've heard you say has been really, really important to you. Um, what can you tell us about that song specifically?
Well, I mean, obviously the thought of going, hey, man, strip all this other stuff back. Like, let's get to the heart of
Mm,
it. Like, the only thing that we need is the relationship with Jesus,
come on.
but it's also been extremely special to me because I got to write it with that community for that community, and you know my story with all sons and daughters and all that stuff. I love writing songs for the church, but not just writing songs for the church at large. I love writing songs for specific
Mm,
communities and specific things that God's doing in places, and the fact that I got that opportunity to go and write with them um, and do that was just it felt like old days,
yeah.
and I was grateful for it, and so it's a fun time.
Yeah.
It's a fun time.
That's so, and if I remember this story correctly, the All Sons music, you guys, you were sort of surprised that it left the walls of your local congregation, right? I mean, you were just writing songs for your local community.
Yeah, that was it. We weren't trying to be a band. We weren't trying to do anything. We were just
My gosh.
trying to write songs for our church because we couldn't sing. We couldn't sing other songs and feel genuine about it. It was just we needed some songs to ask some questions and allow people to sit in tension of what they were walking through,
Wow.
and so that's why we started writing them.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Well, guys, if you're watching, we're talking with David Leonard, one of my favorite people. And I would say that if you weren't on here. So two things. Make sure you go follow David Leonard Music. It is a great follow. You will get all kinds of stuff and it will make your day better. I promise you that. David Leonard Music. And starting tomorrow on the 21st, I mean, you can download some of them now, but you can get the whole record, Just Jesus, starting tomorrow on the 21st. Okay, so I mean, it's been a minute since you've released a whole record. Has it been 2 years?
Yeah, 23. But I mean, yeah, was that a whole record? That was a record. Maybe. Maybe it wasn't a whole record. I don't know.
Well, we're
Maybe that was
overdue.
just an EP. I don't remember. EP. I don't remember. There's just so much music coming out so frequently
Yeah,
these days. It's hard to remember what was a full record or not. I think it was a record.
yeah,
Maybe.
I think
Maybe it
so.
wasn't a full record.
Well, we're overdue. Let's just say
We're
we're
overdue.
we're overdue. So when somebody sits and listens to this whole thing, what do you hope they walk away with?
Oh man. Um, I mean, think courage.
Mm,
I think. I think just a moment of remembrance. I think it's. I think. I hope that this record allows people to slow down a little bit and look back and see where we came from. You know, I think that the longer I've been doing this, the more I've realized that you have to look backwards
mm,
in order to move
mm,
forwards. Because I talk about it often, but I think the Lord allows us the mountaintops and the valleys. I think He allows us to go on top of the mountain, not to live there, but to have a moment to be able to look down and see where we came from.
mm, mm.
I have rarely ever been shaped by what's happened on top of that mountain, but my entire life has been shaped by what happens down in that valley.
Mm.
And I think my hope is that this record allows people to step on top of that mountain for a second and look back down
Wow,
and remember the
wow.
goodness of God.
All right, come on. What a beautiful thought. Wow, wow. Um, Well, okay, you are a great follow on social media, and it sure looks like you enjoy having fun. What do you enjoy most about life on the road?
I mean, I think just the new experiences. I think every day is different. While they are very, very similar, I think you can find new things in every place. I love me and the guys. We love hitting antique stores and going thrift shopping and all this kind of stuff. I am a sucker for finding old treasures, and
Love it.
that's kind of the thing that helps me keep going on this stuff. Um, and then you get to the music, and you're like, oh yeah, we actually are out here creating music. Um, but yeah, I think I'm enjoying making music with my friends and
Yeah,
like just having a good time.
man, I love that. I love it. So, have you ever been, maybe you're leading worship someplace or you're in a show out on the road and things just didn't go as planned, like the train left the tracks and you kind of had to make the best of it?
Yeah, over and over again. Keep going. You have to get more specific. There's too many times.
Well, like we've had people like Kim, I think maybe it was Natalie Grant or Kim Walker Smith. Somebody fell off the stage during a show and
Mm,
just kept singing from their back down on the floor. Like, hopefully you've never fallen off the stage or
mm. I never fell off stage. I definitely, uh, in my high school band days, my grandmother bought me a microphone stand from a musician's friend. Uh,
absolutely.
I didn't know about Sweetwater back then. Shout out to Riley, my Sweetwater guy. If you need anything, Riley is the man. He will make sure and get you taken care of. Anyway, but she bought me a microphone stand. It was one of those that you grip and it like
Oh,
goes up.
big
I
time. Yeah,
saw I saw Bart had one from Mercy Me, and I was like, "This is the coolest thing in the world. I gotta get one." Got my grandma to order me one. Got it in, and the first show we're out there playing, and I'm out there dancing around with it and twirling around, and it had just like a solid base on it, and I like had kind of tossed it like it was falling forward, and I went to catch it, and I stepped on the base, and it hit me
oh,
square in the nose. Um, I finished the song. I ran off stage, looked in the mirror. My nose was just like jacked.
oh,
Uh, and then I went back and I finished the show. But, sometimes you got to get punched in the face in order to.
oh my gosh, that's incredible. Oh my gosh. Guys, we're talking with David Leonard. Go follow him, David Leonard Music on the socials. And starting on tomorrow, the 21st of February, grab your copy of the full record, Just Jesus. I know in March you're hitting the road for a night of stories and songs. What can you tell us about those nights and how many of them are in my state of Indiana?
Oh, I don't know. I need to actually look at that. I need to. I don't even know where all the dates are. But
We got to fix that,
yeah,
man.
we do. I I have found so much joy lately in going out and just telling stories and singing these songs, and um, I I have loved the beauty and simplicity, and I think that's something that the response has been, man, this is something that we've missed as
Mm,
well, of just getting down to the heart of what these songs are and telling stories and laughing. And that was the hope. The hope was to carry what happens in these rooms as we write songs, as we record music, and carry that on the road and show the ins and outs of what it's like. And yeah, I'm really excited to get to bring my buddy Cade Thompson out. He's coming out and he's going to be a part of those nights. We're working on some new songs for Cade right now, which are awesome.
nice.
They're like really, really special. And so really pumped to have him out and share those. And yeah, so if I think the dates are on my website and check it out. And then if we're anywhere close, you got to come.
Got to come.
You got to hang. It's going to be these beautiful, intimate
I love
nights,
it.
and it's going to
I
be
love
awesome.
Love it. I love it. Well, I hope to get to one. Um, I love how kind of like following the arc of your ministry and career. You had like the Need to Breathe season, you had the All Sons and Daughters season, and now you're in kind of a new season, a solo season. But it, it it all resonates with people, and I
Mm.
think that speaks to what the Lord is doing in you and through you. um, have you noticed anything different, like you being a part of a group and then a duo and now kind of a solo artist?
Yeah, I mean, I think I have always been in bands. I love creating a community. So even now with the solo stuff, I am still creating a community.
Mm,
With the production stuff, we produce a lot of different things, and we do it as a team. Me and two other guys do a lot of this stuff. We all do everything together, and so I love the communal aspect of creating. I do not do well by myself.
mm,
So even being on the road, it is got the band, and we go out and we do it as a thing. And um, I don't know. There's just something in the way that you're driven, in the way that you're pushed. When you have accountability, you have
mm,
people who are linking arms with you and going beside you. I don't do well in
mm.
isolation, and I don't know. I don't know many people who do.
Yeah,
um,
yeah,
but
absolutely.
yeah, I've always tried to be more in the communal space
Mm,
than the solo space.
mm, mm, mm. Well, man, you have a huge fan in Indianapolis, and that's me. And you have probably lots of them, but I am one.
Um,
And I am cheering you on and cannot wait to hear the rest of this record. And Hope to get to a night of the tour in March. And just know, man, we love you, and we absolutely love what you're doing.
Thanks, brother. Same, same. The feeling is mutual. I always love getting to talk to you, and I love watching what you guys are doing. So thanks for having me on here.
Oh man, our honor, always, and an open invitation, brother. We love you.
Yeah,
All
love
right,
y'all.
David. Thanks, brother. All
See
right.
y'all.
That dude is the real deal. DL, David Leonard. Um, Pick up your copy of Just Jesus tomorrow, Friday, February 21st. The whole record will be out. Like what he said. My hope is that, as you look at valleys and mountaintops, all of my growth, he would say and did say, has kind of happened down in the valley. And he hopes what this record does is find you on a mountaintop and allow you to look back and really celebrate what God has done and all that he's doing in your life. And so go pick up your copy of Just Jesus from David Leonard and follow him. Give him a follow, David Leonard Music. And we'll be bringing you some more Instagram lives. And thanks for listening to the podcast and watching Worship Karaoke and sharing our content here as well from the Worship Props community. We love you all. Thanks so much for joining us today. We will see you soon. All right. Be blessed.